Ladies and gentlemen, I am here, guys, with the very good man here. Please welcome Soul.
What's up, y'all?
Ladies, please calm down. Please calm down. Everyone calm down. Just hey, guys. I know.
Sign autographs later.
How you doing, my man? You doing all right?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, my man. Sorry for the delay. This is the first time that's actually happened, but
I know you're great. Thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate
yeah,
it.
I know. I good, man. So, but my man, so what kind of what? Okay, I ran into you weeks ago, and your style of music is now what now?
I do hip hop and
Mm-hmm.
EDM, and what I really want to do, I want to have like an all out like production company.
Okay,
So
okay. Because when I saw you that one time, Miss Sonny wrote that music you did all together and put it out. That was really good. You know
thank
what I'm
you.
saying?
I
Like a DJ,
appreciate it.
like a DJ setup kind of deal.
Yeah,
It's
thank you.
super good. Uh, so that's when I saw you, and I was like, you know what, man, I want to ask this if he wants to get on. And like I said before, on Molly's side, he had talked about you, like just like people he knew, and then you were one of them, and I was like, oh, that's the same guy. You know what I mean? I just thought that was interesting.
Oh yeah, it's
So I
pretty
really,
dope.
yeah. So I really appreciate you coming on, man.
So thank you for
You,
having me.
yeah, man. You do EDM? Is that what you do?
EDM, hip hop. I try mixing like different sounds that people don't think would go together, and I like make something unique out of that.
Okay.
Like I did this one project. It's this one song by Anime. It's called Finite. And I was listening to it and I was like, what can I put with this? And then I thought about it. I was like, this goes really well Freakily by PD Pablo. So I took the file from PD Pablo, mixed the original and the remix, cut out like all of the talking. Because if y'all have heard that track, Freakily by PD Pablo, both the original and the remix, they have like an insane amount of unnecessary talking. So I cut that out using Audacity, merged it together, and then put it with Finite, and the result is absolutely amazing. I'm proud of it.
Okay, man. That's good. That's cool, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, like I said, I've never listened to any of that kind of music. Does that make sense?
It
I've never have.
does.
And so I want to get into like EDM and stuff. I've never been to any of those kind of shows before. I've been to a lot of concerts over my years with all kinds of music, hip hop, rock, metal, all that stuff. But like EDM, I've never been to.
It's there's different genres of EDM. Like there's dubstep, there's trap, and you have like the trap hop, which is like trap with hip hop. Then you have like the core stuff. So you have your like your hardcore, your electronica, your techno. Then you have techno trance. It's like really difficult to name all of the genres right now, but I highly recommend Cruella. And if any of y'all out there are curious about EDM, listen to Cruella. They are very beginner friendly. I don't listen to them as much anymore, but I highly recommend them. I prefer their new style music because their new music, like, you feel a lot more of their pain behind their music versus, your just typical run of the mill EDM party stuff. So I'm glad that they transitioned from what they used to do to what they do now, because it's a lot more realistic and you can hear a lot more of their pain behind it. So,
Okay, that's cool, man.
oh yeah,
Like I said, I'm not into that. I mean, I would like to. I never ran across the friends that was into that until I went to Albuquerque, and then that's when they were like, "Oh, we do a lot of raves and all this stuff," and I was like, "Oh,"
so
and I didn't. It's just, and I've never been. I've never tried. I know the scene a little bit, but I still want to. Like I said, I have an open mind, so I kind of want to see what that world is. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am. Just what kind of environment is it? Let me experience that. Oh, okay. If it's for me, it's for me. If not, for not. You know what I'm saying? I just
fair
like to,
enough. I know. I'm sorry for interrupting.
all I was gonna say is I just like to try new things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's always great.
Yeah.
I know for me personally, like I'm not like a fan of like the whole bass to your face type what they do here, because here it's a lot of like dubstep and everything like that. I'm not too much of a fan of the more the mainstream stuff. I like to keep it more underground, and like a lot of the stuff I listen to is out of Europe. So like DJ Anime, Anger Fist, Mad Dog, Miss Kate, they make like melodic and like hardcore, and it's more like angry and like mosh pit style music. So
Is that called EDM or is
Yeah,
it? Or, but is it?
it's a genre of EDM because EDM, you know, electronic dance music, and it's one of the many subgenres of it. So like hardcore, it's still EDM. It's just like its own. It's more between 150 to 180 plus beats per minute, and it's like really fast paced, bass of your face. They also implement like some strings, different styles of synths and stuff. So
Okay, that's cool, man. I didn't know
it's
that.
real great.
No, because like I said, I don't, I don't listen. I just don't. But EDM, like I said, I want to just, I would like to see that world. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I would be more than happy to show
Hey,
you.
yeah. So Braxton was telling me what they're starting to grow here. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, it's starting to grow. It's starting to,
Where are they at though? Like where's the?
it's everywhere. Like there's this one production. It's called Life Capital, and they do stuff with another group called Secret Society.
Okay.
And they just like that's who most of the raves are under here. And I'm trying to like get involved with that and start doing my own thing with it, you know, get crime scene off the map and everything. So this is pretty solid. Like my first rave actually, like I snuck into it.
Oh wow. How old are you?
I'll be 33 in September, bro.
Okay. You're my age, but how old were you at the time when you snuck in?
The 32. I had just turned 32. I just turned 32
Okay.
because like I've always like knew about it. I just like aside from like because I was in Dallas and Fort Worth for a little while, like after high school, and so like I knew of the environment. I knew of the music. It was just. I never got a chance to go because you know we're in Amarillo.
Yeah.
Lubbock gets you know bands like you know In This Moment, Disturbed, all the good bands that we should be getting.
Yep.
But it's like, come on, Amarillo, we could do better than this.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, but I was 32 and it was shortly after my birthday. So I'm getting off work, I'm walking to my car, and I just hear like a bunch of you know loud music, and I was like, where's that music coming from? And I see like lights and everything, so I'm going towards you know Paramount to go home because I cut off Paramount, go to Western, drive home, and I see a bunch of flashing lights. I see a bunch of people, and I was like, yo, let's go. So I park my car and I see a gate, so I just sneak through the gate, and I didn't know at the time that there was a cover fee or whatever. I just thought, this is an illegal deal. Let's go.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Because I didn't know that it was actually like sanctioned like that. So I was thinking, like, okay, cool. And then I met some people there and I told them, like, yo, I snuck in. They're like, no, you can't be doing that. And they told me about the app called Eventbrite. And I downloaded the app and everything. And ever since I downloaded that app, I've been doing the things a lot more legit. And so right now I know about every new show before it even happens. And I'm always like the first to get tickets for it. And then I tell, you know, all my friends and stuff. And I had told, because they added me to a Snapchat group. And I told them, I was like, yo, I snuck in, And they're like, yo, you're not supposed to. What the? And I was like, bro, I didn't even know about these things until I met y'all. And speaking of, you know, that night and everything, like it was a bad night. Like this one chick spilled beer on my shoe, and like I see her like, if you're watching, what's up? They're like frenemies at this point. Her boyfriend or whatever. They know who I am. Y'all know who y'all watching. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about because I told y'all the story before. But like she spilled beer on my shoe, and I was like, bro, and I was looking at her like, it's not the place, not the time. I'm just straight mean mugging her, or whatever. So it was a bad night because not only that, they were passing around hot bottled water. I was like, yo, y'all need to get ice for this, my God. And like, it was just, it wasn't it for me, but I saw the potential for it. And I tell my friends, like, if I wouldn't have met like certain group of people, like I met this one girl, her name's Jeanette. I met her. She was pretty cool. She kept me like going like, okay, this is cool. And then some other friends, Chase, her husband, not Chase, then his wife. Can't think of her name right off the bat, but they're pretty cool. I met them. And then there's a few other people that I met that if I wouldn't have met that night, I would have never gone back. But you know, God, he works in specific ways. He sets things up perfectly. And, you know, I'm just glad that I met the people that I did. that night that kept me going. And now I see like the potential of it, and I'm able to contribute to that, contribute to its growth.
When was I'm sorry. It's because when you said I snuck in, I thought you were like a teenager and you snuck in. I thought that's what
Fair
you did.
enough.
That's why I asked you how old you were. That's why, oh, he must have been 13. Where was this at, you said?
This was over there by the Home Depot. It was at that abandoned parking lot that they use for like car shows and stuff.
Okay.
Right next to that storage unit.
Okay.
Next to the church.
Oh, interesting. I thought it was like right here. There's a place over here that also someone. It's more DJ. I don't know if that's this. I don't know what's that. I don't know what kind that would be called, honestly. But he my cousin. His name's Gilbert. Gilby Cent is what they call him here. He does some of that stuff too. Nice. But I think it's a separate genre. Like I said, I don't know much about EDM. I just like the style of it, the
sounds
music.
and
Nice. You know what I'm saying? Drink to it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And then the other stuff, but I won't get into all that right now.
Great.
Because I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much. I don't know anything about that. But dude, that's really cool though, man. That's cool. Like I said, I don't know. EDM is just something I want to get into. But like, they don't have these every other weekend or something. You don't know.
Come summertime, they're gonna be a lot more frequent. So like probably around like after May, from like May through, I like to say December, if that. But definitely like past October.
Okay.
So like from May to October, they're probably going to be about like every 2 weeks or so.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, dude. Are you gonna be doing any of those? Are you gonna be hosting any of those?
I'm gonna try. Like, yo, if y'all are listening to the show, put your boy on. Y'all already know. And speaking of which, to get my name out, my boy Starfish.
Okay.
He was actually performing at the last one that they did.
Okay.
And I met him. I've been seeing him around through like different shows or whatnot.
Yeah.
And he told me that he was gonna be on the set. He did the opening for that last show that they had.
Yeah.
And it was great because, he did an opening. I got there late because I had to work. So unfortunately I missed his set.
Yeah.
But it gave us time to actually, talk business and stuff. And so he was telling me that he has something going on for May. And I was talking to him, and he said he wanted me to do the opening for him. So May 11th at High Fidelity Record Shop, Crime Scene Productions presents Starfish versus Soul When Worlds Collide.
Wow.
Because we have totally different styles. I do like more hip hop and hardcore. He does like more dubstep and metal step. Wow. So I figured it would be good for us to, come together and make something happen. Especially, since, mostly all of the other DJs or whatever, they're under, Life Capital, and I don't know if they're under contract or not. But, connections, and I've been trying to, get people to connect. I know a few people in the game. Shout out to my boy Roro. Shout out to Trippy. Shout out to my boy Vices. Y'all already know. Showing love to y'all. Hit me up. We could do something, make something happen.
Yeah.
But just like the amount of talent that they already have on their roster is like the only way for me to get that chance. I have to take that initiative and take that, first step and make it happen. So my first show, I had a first show back in March. It was called The Movie. Crime Scene Presents The Movie, starring Soul. It was supposed to be on March 15th. It was from 8 to 2. And no, 8 to midnight. No, it was 8 to 2 because it was going to be a 6-hour set. My boy Roro, he was supposed to be doing the opening hour set for me. He accidentally got double booked. He had a show going on in Austin where he was actually performing with Akon's crew.
Wow.
Yeah, so shout outs to him. I even messaged him, was like, say, bro, no worries, we'll make something happen. Like, go get your bread. Get your paper, we'll make something happen. Yeah. But the way I saw it was, okay, it's going to be Friday night, last day of spring break. College kids are going to be wanting to show out. They're going to want to turn up, right? That's what I was thinking. But unfortunately, it did not go anywhere near as planned. Yeah. Like, that was... It was bad.
What happened?
What happened was, like, the only people that were there were all of Crime Scene and a few random patrons.
Okay.
That was it. Okay. It was me, my homegirl Danae, my homegirl Cookie, my boy Jacob, my homegirl Sakura. She was there as a patron, but, like, the initial 4... They were just helping me with setup, and Jacob was my photographer for that night. It was a terrible, terrible.
Was it this first night though? It was the first night? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, how do I put it? What they would tell me, you got to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But like I thought like I had it was more like a reality check, if anything. Like, you know how Thanos says, I now know what I must do?
Yeah.
It was one of those moments for me. Because I thought that I had a decent enough, somewhat following. Because I ain't gonna lie, most of my like followers like on Facebook and stuff like that, they're not local. Yeah. Like I have a local audience that know of me. They don't know me though. And that's not good for business, especially whenever you're trying to come up like that. But it was a terrible night. Yeah. But it was a learning experience. Yep. And I took that learning experience on the chin, and I told my team, I was like, this sucks. It stings, but we have to get back at it. And then I found out about the open mic at 806 and was like, yo, we got to go to this. Okay. Then I did that 10-minute set, and now look where I'm at. Opportunity. Yes. If I would have, I know a lot of people who would have took that first L, and they would have just called it there.
Giving up, yep.
But I was like, we built different. Let's go. Cool. And I'm glad that I took that additional step. I'm glad that I didn't call it in and throw in the towel. Yeah. Because then I would have never came across this opportunity. Would have never met you. And like I said, I know who's in charge here. For me, God, he gave me this talent. He didn't bring me this far for me to just fail. Yeah. But I needed that lesson and everything, because the way I see it, like, I need to develop this local following. I need to make things happen, get my name out there first. Yeah. So, and I can't really blame, the weather or anything else as an excuse, because I have been a Patreon to shows with bad weather. Yeah. So, but May 11th, High Fidelity, 9 p.m. to midnight, $5 cover, 18 and older, no alcohol. Some stuff that happened. Like, I'm pretty sure that this is not the only reason that happened, but apparently it is now. So I know about it. Sai probably knows about it. Like, pretty much everyone in the scene has heard the story by now. But so there was an incident at the last rave at the High Fidelity.
Oh, okay.
There was an incident that went down. Yeah. Right. It's all been cleared up by now. It's all been cleared up. Yeah. He told me this. He told you the story?
Yeah, but you can tell me your side.
I'll tell you my side of the story. So, like, okay, so pretty much this night, I took my homeboys there. Shout out to Alex and Ty. What's up, y'all? Here, man. They're going to be watching. Oh, my fault. What's up, Alex? What's up, Ty? I'm just watching that, trying to get in.
No, this is
looking the wrong way.
You're good, man. They still listening. I'll send you some clips so you can send it. You can put it on your page. You want?
But shout out to Alex, shout out to Ty. Y'all should have stayed that night. They left the first hour, and they're like, "It's boring. We're gonna go to Synergy. You want to come with us?" I was like, "Nah." I was like, for those of y'all who want to go to raves, especially like here, they're really fun. The first hour is always whack. Okay. The first hour is never good. Like, it's good. Like, DJs, they're warming up the crowd or whatever. But if you're looking for a bunch of people, good turnout, first hour is always whack. Everything always goes down, later on through the night, like, say, probably around 11, closer to midnight. That's when things really get popping. But, so this night, bring my boys, they meet my friends. They leave, like, before the first hour. They're probably there for, like, maybe 15, 20 minutes, if that. They leave. And my boy, he had his piece on him. Right, he had his piece because open carry,
What's a piece?
A piece. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you got me. Okay, so he had that, and I was like, so then I saw them checking at the door. I was like, bro, go put that away. He's like, why? I'm like, bro, they checking at the door. You ain't gonna get in with that. So he's like, okay, cool. So he runs to the car. He puts it in the car. Okay, he comes back. Say it's like 15, 20 minutes later because our friend Ty, he's not really like social like that, so he didn't want to go, and it wasn't really like his genre because he listens to more like rock and like metal and stuff like that. Yeah. So I was like, okay, whatever. Where y'all gonna go? They're like, oh, we're gonna be at Synergy. Want to come? Okay, cool. If not, I'll catch y'all later. Whatever. So I stay, and like later on that night or whatever, people start tripping the fool. I met this one chick. Shout out to my homegirl. You already know who you are, but talking to her. leave, go outside. Where I was talking to Ty's cousin. So we just sitting, me, bunch of friends, talking. I go back in. And I said, see, that's when I met Homegirl or whatever who was involved with the situation. So I meet her and I go back outside. After we get snapped, I go back in. And she wanted her and her friend, they're like, oh, let's go on a beer run. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So I walk them to their car. We go and attempt to get more alcohol or whatever, come back. That was an unsuccessful mission, by the way. That did not go as planned, but it was fun. It was great. It was great. So after we get back, I'm walking with both, just two beautiful, beautiful women. And that never looks good. Dudes who they can do that or women aren't giving them that type of attention, and other guys see that, they pick up on it. They get jealous. Some get jealous. Some feel defeated, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad go. And for all the guys who wish they weren't, it's not as good as people make it out. Like all the movies, all the stuff, it's not. It's a lot of watching your back. It's a lot of, having to be on your toes at all times. It's not what people make it out to be.
Yeah.
I don't wish it upon you.
Yeah.
If you're basic, stay basic. There's nothing wrong with that.
Heck yeah. Go on.
But so I'm going out after we get back, whatever. I go back outside, chopping up with the people. I sent my homeboy in to go check on them.
Yeah.
Because I read the room wasn't right. I go tell my homeboy to go tell her that her car alarm's going off. He goes like in there, he comes out, he's like, bro, I didn't see who you were talking about. I was like, whatever. So I go in myself. And she asked me to tie her shoe. So, I'm like, okay, cool. I read this, and as I'm tying her shoe, she just like puts her arms around me like it was more like a protective deal.
Oh.
Yeah, so I read the situation. Then she gives me like, a giant hug or whatever. And it was like a help me hug or whatever. So, and then she's like, I want my drink. So homeboy, he gets the drink or whatever, and it was like way too quick. And I saw the drink and it was all bubbling. I was like, nah, play, she ain't gonna drink that. And I told homegirl, I was like, hey, you're not drinking that. The drink's all bubbly or whatever.
Yeah, that's not, yeah.
And people are like, oh, beer, gets foamy. I was like, not because if it was that light and how much was in there, it should not have been foaming still like that. It was like way past the foam. So, and after the show, I confronted homeboy. I was like, hey, homegirl was making say you weren't feeling comfortable, And I told him what happened, and we finally made peace, whatever. Like whenever we actually got a chance to like sit and talk things out, finally got a chance to make peace. He said he didn't do it, and I don't know if he's the one who actually placed it in there or whatnot, but he was the last that I saw touch it. So that's just that. And, I brought it up with the community and be like, yo, this isn't cool. We got to do something about this. And to my knowledge, everyone has been being more proactive about stuff like that to make sure that stuff like that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But, I'm just glad, had I would have went with my homeboys to like Synergy or whatever, who knows what could have happened. So yeah. I'm just glad that everyone was safe.
Okay.
And it was one of those moments where you don't have time to think. You just have time to see the situation and act like immediately.
Yeah. Okay. Where was this at now?
This was at the High Fidelity Record Store.
Okay, I've never been there. I didn't know they did that, actually. Where's that at exactly?
It's right across the street from Game Quest.
Oh, that place. Okay.
Yeah.
They have stuff out there?
They had that one show like during the time. It was next to 806, so people, they would go to 806, get their liquor and stuff, and there's a convenience store up the street. So they would go get their stuff, bring it back or whatever, but they weren't staying in front of the designated area. They were like trying to go up and down the street, walk around or whatever. Basically everyone acting a fool or whatever. So I guess the owners are like, yeah, we no more alcohol. Okay, cool. Okay. So it was a multitude of factors. That one was just one of the highlights of that night, which I think, pretty much everyone knows about. So
okay. I was just okay because Sai told me. I guess it was a different store, a different situation. Something about a pew pew.
Nah, that was the show after. That was the
Okay.
show after.
After, okay, Jesus.
Yeah, bro, because that one went down in October.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. Hold up. Was it October? It was October because that was the last one before they started doing it again in December.
okay.
It was raining that night and all icy and everything, and I dropped my keys, and my boy Matt had to bring me my keys back. That shit was great because, okay, so here's what happened on that night.
Yeah, yeah. Now, when was this after the story you're
No,
telling?
this was after.
Okay.
This specific event. This was, I think, October on the 13th.
Yes.
Because it was Friday the 13th last year, right?
I think so. I was in Florida. I'm
You
not
were in
sure.
Florida, see, lucky. But I'm pretty sure it was Friday the 13th. Y'all know which Friday it was. Y'all know it was. So this is. I'm sorry. Y'all. This is my first time doing this.
Good, my man. You good?
So y'all know what Friday it was. Because y'all know this. So it was basically one of the dudes who was involved with the previous situation or whatever. And he was trying to get at my homegirls or whatever. She want films. And I told him, like, bro, get the clue, my guy. And I don't know what happened, but I saw him pointing at me. And I was like, hold up, player. Like, I didn't even do nothing yet. And like so basically what I know, and I'm only speaking on what I know and what I've seen, is one of the members of the boys club got into a fight with one of the other DJs.
Yeah.
And they took it outside and came back in, whatever. It was squashed. And apparently that was it. So apparently the guy who lost the fight, he went to go get a gun. And from we've revisited the story, and apparently from what I was told, he didn't even bring the gun. It was someone totally, totally different.
Oh, okay.
So all I know about was the fight that happened. They took it outside. They come back in. Cool. There were a bunch of women there, people trying to show out, trying to get that alpha going on. It's like, just relax. We're not here for that.
Yeah.
Like, just chill. If they want you, they'll come to you. Just,
Yeah, I know.
Some guys, they make me like ashamed to be a part of the male species. It's embarrassing. It really is.
Yeah, it's usually younger, but
Oh, yeah. But probably about 25, 27 maybe.
okay.
But so I'm texting my friend like during this, and then she's like, "Y'all are scattered out like roaches, right?" As soon as I got that text, my boy, when I say we did the race, we did the race to the back.
Man,
And I was thinking like, God, I want to go home tonight. I got work in the
God damn.
I didn't have work, the next day because I was off, but I was like, I just want to go home.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, because everyone wants to go Project X until it becomes Project X, and then you just want to go home. And it was one of those moments where it's like, what? They're actually shooting? Like, I didn't hear any gunshots, but someone said that there was an actual gun and there was a threat of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. Mm-mm. And then one of my homegirls, she's all freaking out or whatever, so I'm trying to comfort her. And then my homeboy's wife comes through and she takes over. She's like, oh, I got this. Okay, you got this. Like, I've done enough. She's good. Keep her handled.
Yeah.
So it was solid. It was one of those crazy, crazy stories that people don't think of, but it happens. Like, even in the small country town that we're in.
Yeah.
So it was a fun, I wouldn't say a fun experience, but it's a funny story to tell afterwards.
Oh, yeah,
like,
afterwards, yeah.
I've been there, I've done this, I survived that
Yeah,
night.
that's right. We good.
So-
Those are scary though. That's just funny when you said scatter like roaches. I know how that is.
Oh yeah. And I've never like actually like been in that situation, like that serious, because all the situations I've been in, they've always been like on campus in a controlled environment, never anything, public where, there's no security there to help you
Yeah.
and everything. So, it's just a blessing that everyone made it out that night.
Yeah, for sure.
Alive, unscathed. And I tell all my friends, like, and especially like the ones who know me, know that I like to joke around about, gangsta and hood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's just for marketing, okay? That is just for the sole purpose of marketing, because I've told my boy Alex and I've told Ty and I've told a few other of my friends, like, because I grew up in the foster care system and whatever, and like before all that, right? I was exposed to like drugs and violence, at a young age and stuff like that. But I was exposed enough to it to know that I didn't want that life.
Yes.
And I always wanted to be, better than that.
Oh.
Because, like, see the stuff that I've seen, nope, I'm good.
Yeah, you learn. You just don't want to.
Exactly.
I know what you mean.
It's like, I know of it, and I have respect in, that area, but it's like, we good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know how that is. That's how I am with alcohol. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see.
I don't let it consume me. That
Exactly.
others, you know what I'm saying? So when how you're saying drugs and all that, you don't want that to consume you. So I understand how. Exactly. I know what you're talking about, man. That's really good, though, man. Okay. Oh, yeah. You grew up in a foster home, man?
Yeah.
You know,
because my actual mom, she killed my babysitter.
Oh, wow.
Because my babysitter was gonna take me as her own to get me away from the bad stuff that my mom was doing.
Uh-huh.
And then, next thing I know, having like a sleepover or whatever. And next thing you know, I'm running bathwater or whatever. Next thing you know, I hear like smart alarm go off and I see like a bunch of orange and like firemen, taking me out of the smoke or whatever. Like I blacked out from the smoke and it was crazy, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But foster home, bro? Like whenever you said foster home, you said drugs, like they were doing drugs in the foster home? Or just
this was like beforehand.
Oh, before all that.
Yeah,
okay,
this was like during the lead up to the foster care system.
Oh, okay. I thought this was during the foster care system. I was like, what are they doing? I was like, what were they doing in there? That's what I
you great.
Yeah, I was about to say, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry about all that. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to get on all that, though.
Oh, no, it's solid, bro. This is how, I was made into, and then, I got adopted to a really good, home. Okay. And, shout out to my parents. If y'all watching this, what's up? Keep forgetting I'm fucking over there.
This is my view. For me, that's you. You're good.
What's up, Mom? What's up, Dad? How are y'all? What up, Delora? How my nephews? No, just shout out to all my people. Y'all already know me. I told y'all your boy would come up. I told y'all hard work and dedication. You don't have to sell yourself to be famous. You just have to work hard and make it for yourself.
You have a Spotify, correct?
I do, but I'm hardly ever on there.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, he's really good. I promise you.
Verified.
He's really good. He's really good, though. I know you. I mean, I've heard you once. I like to hear you again sometime.
Of course.
Music-wise.
Of course. Definitely something on the works whenever I get a chance. It's one of my goals to get FL Studios. FL Studio really makes something happen with it.
Can you make music? Do you make your own, or you just kind of mix and match? That's it?
A little bit of both, depending on like the circumstance and what software that I have.
Okay. When I had a Psy on my side and I had Erratic on here, their music was from scratch. And I was so impressed because I know people that copy on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And then, so I told both of them, I'm not big into that, like copying and then putting it as your own. I don't like that. I mean, most people don't like that in music. So when I heard those guys, Erratic and Psy, I had asked them, like, where'd y'all get y'all's beats from? And apparently we have a lot of like talent that makes their own from scratch. And that kind of tripped me out, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like,
I would absolutely love to do that, but unfortunately for me, I haven't necessarily had those resources yet.
Oh, okay.
So, but I've always been in contact and building connections with like different producers, different artists on YouTube and stuff like that, and really getting that following there.
Okay. That sounds good. That just sounds good. So I'm like, I don't know how do I put it. They sound super good. So I like look forward to, like, since I know your music in a way, I like looking forward to hearing it. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Because that music was pretty legit. We're just chilling there. I was like,
I did this one track for my homegirl who had died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I made that as a tribute for it. And it's crazy because, like, whenever I made it on Beaterator, I have it on here somewhere.
Okay.
I'll be happy to play for you for sure, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
But I made it for her. And I put it up, and then I tried going back to like fix it in a way. And one of the main pieces of that song that I made, I couldn't find it for her. I could not find it. And keep in mind, this is Beta-Rater. So, like, no updates, no nothing. This is PSP. And I was going through and I'm looking for it. And I was like, what is this? How come I can't find the main part that I made the song for? And I found every other piece except for that one specific part. And I was like, you know what? This is just a sign that it was good enough. Because I believe in stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was blessed, my parents, whenever they adopted me, I told them that I do music and stuff like that. I wanted to, do that music and stuff like that. And my parents, they never told me no.
Okay.
They never said no. They never said couldn't do it. What my dad and my parents always said, my dad and my mom, what they always said was make sure you can take care of yourself.
Yeah, of course.
And I used to like laugh and I was like, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But now, I'm a grown man and I see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This economy, you have to have, basic skills. You have to know how to take care of yourself and just, basic functions of survival. You need those essentials.
Yes.
And I'm grateful that it didn't happen overnight like many people wanted to. I'm grateful and so thankful for like the journey and the knowledge and the wisdom that I have accumulated over the years.
Yes, exactly.
I'll never forget this. I was, I think, fifth grade, sixth grade. But my mom, this was after I had gotten adopted, right? And I'm getting ready. And my mom, she walks in as I'm getting all brush up my teeth and everything. She's like, Quincy, you either kick ass or you get your ass kicked. And I have been living by those words ever since.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful, wonderful advice.
That is good. That's great advice, man. That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's cool. We're going to go to a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. Thank our sponsors. This video is sponsored by... Okay. I don't have a sponsor. That's
Crime
the joke.
Scene.
That's the joke.
Crime Scene will sponsor you.
Hit me up, Crime Scene. Please and thank you.
Always.
That's a joke. It's a real joke because I don't have no sponsors. I really
Yet.
don't. But yeah.
We gonna work together, bro.
Yeah, because we got to start somewhere because I just started too, but I'm going to get there. Anyways, man, you had one of me. You watch sports?
Dude, I love sport. I don't love sports like that, but I like football.
Wow.
I like football. Like basketball, it's too soft now. Basketball's like really too soft, but football though. Football's great. I'm a huge Bengals fan, bro.
Okay.
Huge Bengals fan.
Bengals, man. No, I just one of the questions I just wanted to know. I was like, most people on here don't like sports on here. So you're one of the first that actually likes sports in your profession. So that's why I was like, oh, he likes sports. That's kind of interesting. That's cool though, man.
I like a little bit of, everything.
Oh, yeah.
So most definitely. But my dad, he's an Eagles fan. My boy Ty, he's a Chargers fan. Alex, he doesn't really like sports, but I was talking to him the other day. He said that he would be a Ravens fan. I guess just to go up against, because he said he liked the purple and their black uniforms. Okay, cool. You're my division rival.
Yeah.
Who they Nation stand up. And it's crazy because whenever I was in Fort Worth, I'm surrounded by a bunch of Cowboys fans. They're like, you don't like the Cowboys? I was like, no, I don't like the Cowboys. And they're like, who's your team? I'm like, Cincinnati. I've been a Cincinnati fan since I was old enough to make my own decisions in sports.
Yeah.
So 2003, Carson Palmer, Chad Ochocinco, whenever he was still Chad Johnson.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. That was my team. I was a Bengals fan since before, Andy Dalton, whenever they couldn't stop a nosebleed.
Yeah.
I was always a fan. And then year after year, I was like, we gonna make it. Andy Dalton would choke.
No.
Then we got Joe Burrow. And then he went injured.
Oh, did he? Okay,
Yeah, he got injured his rookie season against Washington.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was wondering what happened to him.
Yeah, that was brutal. And then that second year 2, comes back. We go to the Super Bowl. And that year 2 that he came back, I was like, Bengals are going to the Super Bowl.
Oh,
okay. And everybody in the mall was calling me crazy.
Yeah.
And then, the playoffs come around. And there were some games in the season I was like, y'all should have won that.
Yeah.
But, 10-7, we make a wild card. Take out Oakland in the wild card round.
Yeah.
Then went to Tennessee where Joe Burrow was sacked 9 times, I think it was.
Yeah.
Ended up winning that. Went to the divisionals. hold up, that was a divisional against because it's wild card, divisional, AFC Championship, and then the Super Bowl. So the AFC Championship, we playing against the Chiefs again at home. No one thinks it's possible. Made it happen. Down 18. Have come back solid. My only issue with the Bengals, though, they make terrible, terrible decisions. They've gotten better over the years, but they're still not there yet. I think that right now I think that we should sign Higgins because whenever we traded Mixon to the Texans, they saved $12 million.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, they saved $12 million from getting rid of Mixon. I'm like, use some of that money to pay Higgins, right? That's what they need to do because everyone's worried about, they need to pay Jamar Chase. I love y'all to death, but Jamar Chase is not a better receiver than Higgins. Go and watch the tape. Jamar Chase struggles against man-to-man. He does, especially like lockdown coverage.
Yeah.
Like that Cleveland game, he got locked out. Higgins, he fights for the ball against contested catches. Jamar Chase, he has to have like 5-10 yards of advantage for him to make plays. So for all of y'all who were saying that they're going to trade Higgins to pay Chase, no, watch the tape. Higgins is a better receiver than Chase. I would not pay Chase big money until he starts playing like a big time receiver.
Yeah.
Get better against man, and then we'll talk.
That's it.
But if I were Joe Burrow, all of the greats have done this. You go through when Peyton Manning took a pay cut, Tom Brady took a pay cut, and they were successful because of it.
Oh yeah. Cause...
And Joe Burrow, he wants to get a Super Bowl or whatever, and he just got paid big money, and then he got hurt.
Nope.
So if I were the agent, if I were Joe Burrow, I would take a pay cut, take a contract reconstruction. And I would make sure that my weapons get paid.
Yep.
Make sure that everyone eats if you want to be successful. Especially whenever you have guys like Jamar Chase, you have, T. Higgins, you have a pretty solid team. Get that O-line fixed. Take a pay cut. Get the things that you need to be successful.
Yeah.
And then once everyone is set, then everyone gets to eat good.
Oh yeah. That's how yeah. Business like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you real quick. So, going back to like music, where did that name come from? Soul, the name Soul. Where did that originate? How did that go?
So whenever I was coming up, like high school, whatever, like after high school, I met this one chick who I dated. She ended up passing away in a car accident. Sorry, rest in peace, Stephanie. But I called myself Ego because I thought it sounded cool, whatever. And then, like, as after like Job Corps or whatever, I saw a meme like on social media. It was ego and soul. Like, ego is all about like self or whatever, and soul, they're more about bettering themselves, but they're also about bettering everyone else around them. So that was part of it. Second is Soul Eater, one of my favorite animes. Really wish they would have followed the manga on the last episode, but that's a story for a different time.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the inspiration behind that. And also, the name before Soul was Siren.
Siren. That's cool.
It was Siren, and I got that from, Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Cyrax and Rain. I thought would be dope.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, let's go with this. And then it ended up fizzling out because I was like, I go by Soul at the raves. Pretty much everyone knows me by Soul.
Okay.
I talk to my friends who know me. They're like, "Oh, we thought your name was Soul." I was like, "For real?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, we're just gonna go by Soul. It's more. It sounds dope. It sounds cool." And I just kept that extra S, for it. People ask, "Well, what's the SS?" Super Saiyan. Now y'all know. And I got the double S idea initially from Sniper Wolf.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I know what that is.
Yeah. Before like all of her legal troubles and everything. Like, yeah. I love you to death, Snipes. You the homegirl, but you got to get it.
Get it together, babe.
Get it together.
I'm just joking. So,
shout outs to my friends and all of my followers. Y'all already know what's up. And shout outs to all of my YouTubers, Sniper Wolf, Love You to Death, Anime America, Crank Lucas, and all of the other people that I follow on YouTube. So, yeah, it fluctuates over the year. Like, there have been very few, like, consistencies. Like, I have, like, my old school favorites, but it's like over time or whatever, it just, my interests, like, they don't really change. I just don't follow or keep, I still follow, I just don't keep up with them as much anymore, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
like I still save their videos, like playlists and stuff like that to go through and watch again. But yeah, Sniper Wolf, she's one of the reasons that inspired me to get the SS behind it. So we'll just call it Soul, the next S, solid.
Soul. That's cool.
Thank
Soul.
you. Appreciate it.
Hey, so quick question though. Do you have any, or do you know any stories, scary stories that you can tell me?
Real life or?
Yeah, real life. But in your experience, I just want to make a clip out of it.
Oh, no,
You've seen my clips, haven't you?
I've seen a few of them, yeah.
Those edits that are super nice. Mm-hmm. You've seen those?
I have.
I want to make one with you. I was wondering if you can tell me a story that you know of.
Of course.
Just one or two.
All right, this is one of my personal favorites or whatever.
It's story time.
Story time with Soul.
Scary or not, and it's story time.
Nah, but I was with my ex at the time, and she can verify this too. So with my ex or whatever, we chilling, we talking. Crazy night, and everyone who knows me knows I love rain because this is a very important part of the story.
Okay, right.
So it's raining, right? We're taking out the dogs or whatever.
Okay.
It's raining.
Okay.
Everyone knows I love rain.
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid the rain in this situation.
Yes.
It's like, nope, not gonna. So we go inside or whatever, and in our room, it's like it's pitch black, but I see like this light, and I was like, that's a very, very strange light. Why is that light there? It's way too dark for it to be that bright.
Okay.
So we go to the living room or whatever, sit down on the couch, and she starts, talking, and I see a bag. I'm very, very attentive with like the small stuff, small little details, and I saw a bag. I'm like, something's up with that bag. And she all looks at me, she's like, what are you talking about? There's something with that bag. Then like, I forgot what she said, but I was like, do you know who I am? And I kid you not, bro. She's like, what? I was like, do you know who I am? And she said, I'm trying to figure out, like, what's going on? Because at this time, like, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And, and so she's like, she goes and gets the Bible. Mm-hmm. And she starts, like, rebuking this, demon, this entity, which is, I call it demon. I don't know what other people call it, but, the spirit, whatever, was like, he belongs to me. And she said that, like, she saw my, like, hand changing or whatever. I didn't personally see that, but I remember, like, hearing what was going on.
Yeah.
And he's like, he belongs to me, da-da-da. And, yeah, it was... it wasn't funny during the time. Yeah. And even now, this is like, I dealt with the paranormal. I am scared of nothing. It's like whenever you experience stuff like that and you live to tell about it, like all this stuff, like in 2020, whatever, the pandemic or whatever, it's like that you're not intimidated by that because you've dealt with something far greater and far more scarier than whatever, anything of this realm can bring.
Yeah.
So she's in there and she's reading scripture and the demons are like, I don't want to go back. Don't send me back. Please don't send me back. Right. And she's like, nope, in the name of Jesus, you got to leave. And she's like, he's a Christian. Jesus is a savior. You can't have him. You have no power over him.
Yeah.
Right. And then I remember the demon saying, oh, he believes. And, it says in scripture that even they believe and they tremble.
Yes.
So after that, I remember seeing like this like scar, this little scratch right there on my chest. I see a scratch and I'm just like, what happened? Because I remember hearing it, but I wasn't fully aware. Mm-hmm. I was aware enough to remain in control.
Yes.
But I wasn't talking for myself.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Yeah, and it was raining, and everyone knows I love rain, and that was the first cue that wasn't right
Yes.
because I love the rain. I'm like, God, He has these specific cue points, and He uses the stuff that He knows that we like and He knows that we appreciate to get our attention and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And ever since that experience, I've been like less prideful because that was something I used to. I am proud of my progress.
Yes.
I am very, very proud of my progress. But that whole deal was just, crazy. And
That's crazy though.
oh yeah.
How long ago was this?
This was back in 2015. Me and my girl just got together at the time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. that was so crazy.
That's a crazy experience.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
That's because I see the cross. That's why I was like, huh. I wonder if he's a little.
Oh yeah, my homeboy, who's actually atheist by the way, but I've been praying for him. But he got me this for my birthday last year.
That's cool, man. Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Heck yeah. Dude, that's cool. That's kind of scary. I'll try to get that together.
Oh no, you
see
great.
what we can do about that.
And it's really really crazy about because I'm a big fan of pop culture, sci-fi, anime, EDM, rave culture and everything. My own parents said that was like the devil music and Blade, the Blade theme, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like now, and my grandfather was a pastor, by the way. So I grew up, in that environment. But one time I'm just like, God, you don't make mistakes. And every time I ask for Christian friends, you bring me friends who are more like non-believers or lost on their way. I'm trusting you on this, but it's just ironic because I have that story to tell.
Yeah.
And, me, being a fan of the fans that I'm a fan of and everything, and being in this, the entertainment industry, because let's be honest, what we do, this is the entertainment industry.
Yes.
So we have that influence. When people say that, a robber doesn't rob empty houses. So, whatever, spiritual gift I have or whatever, I want to use that to further the kingdom. And for me to be in this industry or whatever, one of the deals that I want to do is show people that you can be a Christian and be successful without, devil worship, satanic imagery, stuff like that. You can do it without, selling out.
Yes.
All if you're just dedicated to it.
Yeah.
And, that's one of it. But it's like, if I'm going to do this, I want to do it and be the best that I possibly can. Yes. And the failure of a show, that was the 15th. Before that show, I was like, God, whether anyone shows up or not, I'm going to do it the best that I can possibly be.
Okay.
Let me be the best. Let me do this performance, not for me, but for you. And I still, try to abide by those principles each and every single time.
Okay. That's good, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's cool, man. That's really cool. Anyways, so we're going to go ahead and wrap things up, my man. Is there anything you wanted to say to this camera right here?
Yeah. We're writing on, I'm writing Crimson Blue. Right now it's on the back burner, but shout out to Sharpen Iron Studios. So I'm writing a movie. It's an action comedy with a splash of slash inspired by anime and pop culture. It's called Crimson Blue. I am writing it currently, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And May 11th, y'all will be on the lookout for Starfish vs. Soul When Worlds Collide. It's a crime scene production. Just be on the lookout for crime scene. We out here, we coming up. Y'all already know what it is.
Thank you so for coming on, man. I really appreciate you being here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and like, subscribe, and comment. All his, what do you have? Instagram? What else do you have?
I have Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff. Do we have time for a song, bro?
How did you want to do it?
Let's see if I have it on here. I could just play it.
But anyways, I was just gonna say thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time, and don't forget, all the links, description on everything is gonna be on his on the bio. Like I said, man, like, subscribe, comment. Thank you so much, man, and we'll see you in a minute. we're gonna play some music. We'll probably do a little performance for everybody in the show. Anyways, like I said, man, thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe, comment, and whatever you want, man. Share this video. It's time to start growing. I'm starting to get more confident on these episodes. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. Me can love you long time, but KO can't be no hubby. But baby, if you licky, sucky, sucky, you can ride me like a huffy. And right after you fuck me, you can step by step like your name was Patrick Duffy. And if you try to cuff me, it ain't gonna work though. I'm in outer space, pimp. Call me Captain Kirk Ho. In my outer spaceship, I be blowing purple. So why don't you leave them squares and come kick it round some circles? About my dough, all about my cream. I never love no hoe. I'm all about my scene. That's right, my legs as lovely as it seems. So how you sleeping on me when I'm living out your dreams? It's a lot of niggas in the sky, but they ain't as fly as me. Oh, and I'll be straight above this world like a world in the galaxy. So I'm rich, I'm chicken, I'm real. Give a fuck about how you feel. I'm fresh, I'm fly, I'm rich, I'm chicken, I'm real. Give a fuck about how you feel. They calling me a stud. I'm all up in the club. I'm getting fucked up. I just blew a dub, but that bomb ass medico. Now I'm at the bar.
shining on the clock. Oh yeah, I'm professional. I'm professional. I let my swag be the introduction. And if you didn't know, KO did the drop production. Lil C got my vision blurred, plus my words slurred, but I'm still up with my pimp words. She all on me, but I ain't all on her. She be calling me, but I don't be calling her. She said, baby,